We've talked about correspondences, rituals, altars, aspects. So let's talk about creating our own spells now. Hi everybody, welcome back to another video by Pan Society. I'm Cherie, and today I want to talk about crafting or creating our own spells. There are tons of resources out there, loads of things on the internet, books to follow along with, so there's spells out there. But sometimes it's fun if we can create our own because it makes it more personal, and then it focuses more attention onto the things that we actually want. I'm going to start off with saying let's focus on things that are around you, finding resources that are close by. You don't have spells can be as intricate as you want them to be or as simple as you want them to be. It just all depends on what you want and then what's available to you. So don't go out breaking the bank by trying to find all these exotic ingredients because they're probably not necessary. And that's the one thing about correspondence is you're always going to find something that corresponds with what you need. So let's start off with thinking of a type of spell that you want to create. For your first ones that you're writing, I would keep it smaller, like purification spells or banishing bad dreams, something like that, like something smaller so that you can get the practice of it. Now let's think of some items that we would need to do those things. So do you want candles? Do you need candles? If so, what colors would you need? You can think about, so let's go with a purification, right? That's an easy one. So say we just want to create a spell for purifying our bedroom, and we want to do more than just saging or burning a smoking herb. When you want to create a spell for that, let's think about things that go with purification. So the colors white, incense, certain types of incense. Oh, there's like a bug here. Certain types of incense, certain types of plants. Would you think of white flowers, which I would be careful of because if you chose like white lilies, that's kind of a death. You usually see those at funerals. So keep those in mind as you are planning out your ritual. Think about what times do you want to do your ritual. Is it time specific? Do you need to do it in the morning? Do you need to do it in the afternoon? Do you need to do it with a certain cycle of the moon? That's all dependent on you and then how intricate. So when you want to go more intricate, if you start including celestial bodies or Olympic spirits or things like that, then it just gets more intricate, and then it comes down to a very specific timing for those things. And as you learn more about those things, you'll see why. So if it's not important to include a deity or some kind of celestial being, bring it closer and just keep it simple, and you won't have to worry about doing it at a specific time. Then you want to think about where you're doing it. So if we, for example, we're going with purifying our bedrooms, then we know we're going to do it in the bedroom, right? So we would set up, do we need an altar for that? Do we need specific things in there? Do we need, obviously the space needs to be cleaned out if we're going to do this because that's part of it too. Do you need specific incenses to go with that or essential oils? There's associated or corresponding oils and incenses that go with things like this too. So do a little bit of research because there's tons of books out there. And then finally, do you need an incantation? Like, that's up to you if you want to have one or not. Do you want to include the elements, the earth, air, wind, fire, in your ritual, or sorry, in your spell? Do you need to take a bath before it? Do you, is it a one-day spell? Is it a long-term spell that you need? These are elements to think about as you're crafting your spell. And like I said, for your first ones, keep it simple. If you keep them smaller and simple, it's easier to keep track of what you're doing and how you're doing it, and then you get practice. Like, you're not going to do anything bad, but it's once again practicing and putting elements together to figure out what things correspond with other things and what works well together too. And then you'll figure out as you keep going along what times of the year work better. Right now we're still in the retrograde, so if you are trying something right now, don't get flustered or anything, because things are a little wonky right now, but that's okay. It's just practice, practice, practice. And then later on, if you have any questions, comment down below, but we'll be putting more videos out about crafting your own spell and getting more into specifics about it. But like I said, if you have experience or you're trying something or you have any questions, comment down below. Thank you for sharing your time with me today, and I'll see you next time in another pan video.